Ladies and gentlemen, can a united opposition defeat William Ruto in 2027? That is the question which most Kenyans are currently asking.
I want to give my commitment and that of my team and our supporters, and there are many, they are in millions, that we are part of this team and we'll walk this journey together to liberate this country. And we shall make whatever sacrifices necessary to make sure that William Ruto is a one-term president.
Because according to the opposition, they are ready to make William Ruto a one-term president. And William Ruto's allies are insisting that William Ruto will never go home in 2027.
So tunataka tuambia watu vitisho baridi, mutafute watu wengine wa kutisha. Sisi wengine ni hustlers. Huyu William Ruto ni mtoto ya mtu tu, alikuwa anauza kuku nini. Mimi mwingine alikuwa na makanga, mwingine hapa alikuwa anafanya nini. So tafuteni watu wa kutisha. Watu wa kutisha hawako sahihi area. Mungoje hapo mbele ndio mpata watu wa kutisha. Hiyo maneno ya kusema sijui must go, hakuna kwenye tunaenda. Na msikie vizuri. Na nataka nirudie hapa. Hii Kenya hakuna rais ameenda kwa miaka 5. Kwani huyu ndiye atakuwa wa kwanza? Kama tunafanya nini? Kama tumelala wapi? Kama nini imefanyika? Kwani hii Kenya ni yenu?
But can the opposition defeat William Ruto in 2027? In this video, I want us to do that critical analysis. But first of all, let us begin by looking at some myths around William Ruto and 2027 presidential elections in the Republic of Kenya. The first myth which is there is that William Ruto has never lost election since he joined politics. And that's the fact. Since William Ruto ventured into politics, he has never lost any election. Of course, when he led the No Brigades, he lost. But you can't really say that was his. He just wanted to use that platform to propel himself to the national politics. The second myth which is there is that William Ruto defeated Raila and Uhuru in 2022. By that time, Raila was very popular. Uhuru was a sitting president. And Raila Odinga was so sure of winning. Everybody was sure that Raila Odinga was going to win because the only thing he had always lacked was the deep state. Which takes us now to the third myth. The deep state. If Ruto defeated Raila and Uhuru in 2022 without the alleged deep state, now with the deep state, how can he be defeated? That's actually a myth which is there. And finally, there are also those who tells me that there is no way William Ruto will be defeated. What William Ruto is doing currently, making life very difficult for Kenya, making life very difficult for Kenyans, are by design. He wants to make everything very expensive. Then towards the elections, Kenyans will start feeling relief. Cost of commodities going down, and Kenyans will say, if now within 4 years he has done this, what if we add him another 5 years? Things will be better. And because of those myths, there are those who believe that it's going to be very difficult to defeat William Ruto. And of course, there is also the myth that there is no sitting president in the Republic of Kenya who has served one term. And therefore, they also believe that there is no way William Ruto can be made a one-term president. Ladies and gentlemen, but the question remains, can the opposition, a united one, defeat William Ruto in 2027?
You have heard Kamuket saying that they manufacture presidents and they manufacture terms. You have heard Sudi talk about the same things. You have also heard Junet talking very arrogantly about some of these things. Karuma has also joined the queue. Of course, the leader of that group is Kimani Ichung'wah. Their utterances are indicative of what they have in mind. They wouldn't mind delaying the composition or the constituting of IEBC to such a time that they then can be able to guarantee a longer stay of William Ruto in State House than the Constitution allows him. Remember, Ruto has completely done a coup on our Constitution. There is no constitutional institution that is working. He has collapsed all of them, including ile ya Nuruddin Haji.
Before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. What we do on this channel is that we analyze politics in a way you can't find in any other place. So the best thing you can do is to subscribe so that anytime we produce a video, you'll get notified. Ladies and gentlemen, I've always maintained, for those who follow this channel, that William Ruto is the easiest president to remove from office by anybody because he has lost a lot of things. William Ruto has lost the narrative which he used in the last election, the hustlers versus the dynasties. Today, William Ruto cannot go to the poor people and convince them that he's going to change their lives. He has had that opportunity, and the poor people now know that he cannot do that. He has lost that narrative. William Ruto has lost the church. I've seen him making great efforts to win back the support of the church. But again, I doubt if he will be able to do that. William Ruto has also lost the mountain. And in his strategy, William Ruto is now banking on Western Alliance, ODM, strongholds to cover for the loss in Mount Kenya. But William Ruto is not just a politician. He's a shrewd one. He understands politics. And that's why he has never lost an election. But can the opposition defeat him?
You can vote in America and know your vote is valid. The trouble with us in Kenya is you vote and you don't know what happens to your vote. But we are coming to the end of that torture. Yes. Because our world view is changing. As I speak to you, a very good friend of mine called Duma Boko has won by a landslide in Botswana, making President Masisi one term. Now Masisi has even conceded as we speak. That is how democracy should now begin to work. So Kenyans, if you hear Ruto will be one term, you begin to say, ataiba, atafanyika namna gani. It will not happen because times have changed. The time when your vote will matter has come. And so everything is changing.
The only way to defeat William Ruto are as follows. Number one, if they will agree to front a single candidate. Not only fronting a single candidate, because you can front a candidate, but then you face rebellion in your area. So the moment you front a single candidate, you must persuade your stronghold to support that candidate. In Nairobi in 2022, Polycarp Igathe lost. Why? Because he was a Kikuyu who was going to get some support from the Kikuyu nation. Tim Wanyonyi, who was an ODM member, was denied the ticket. Very many ODM supporters were not persuaded to support Polycarp Igathe. The same way, for example, if the opposition decides that we are fronting Kalonzo for that matter, then let's say the Kisii nation who are fronting Matiang'i decides us now, if Matiang'i is on the ballot, we are not going to support Kalonzo. Again, that's how they will lose. So they must agree to support a single candidate. And that's where that sacrifice is coming in. Who do you think can sacrifice his bid? And let me ask you this question. From the list which met yesterday, that is Rigathi, Karua, Kalonzo, Matiang'i. Who else was there? Wamalwa. Who do you think can defeat William Ruto from that team? Let's just be a bit objective. So that's number one. Number two, the opposition must be prepared to lay an elaborate vote protection unit. People like Kamket have made it very clear what they are going to do to make William Ruto secure second term. But do you think the current opposition can come up with a watertight vote protection unit? For me, that is the biggest challenge, because any loophole, Ruto, being a shrewd politician, atapenya. That is the question. We have far places. A place like, say, Northern Kenya. How will, for example, someone like Matiang'i secure his votes in Mandera? Will he be able to have support up to those regions? Which brings me to the third point. Before we get into the third point, allow me to take this opportunity to introduce you guys to Carotex computers. If you are looking for reliable and quality computers and accessories, then Carotex computers is the place to go. They offer both brand new and refurbished laptops, desktops, tablets, and a variety of computer accessories. They are located at Nairobi Bazaar Plaza along Moi Avenue, Mezzanine, first floor, room number 7, unit 3. They also deliver nationwide, which means you can conveniently place your order through their website, which you are seeing on your screen there, or alternatively, you can access their website in the pinned comment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about euphoria. Euphoria is the only thing that can unite the country to stop William Ruto. If you look at the people running against Ruto, in all fairness, none of them can defeat William Ruto. So which means there must be a force somewhere. That force can only be created through a euphoria. Like already there is this euphoria of Ruto must go. There's a time I created a video about its sustainability. It's easy to sustain. But can this group sustain it? Can they? That euphoria. And lastly, strategic communications strategy. To defeat Ruto, you need proper communications strategy, because Ruto is lethal. The only advantage on their side is that they have Rigathi Gachagua, who is able to take Ruto head-on every issue. Rigathi can take William Ruto head-on, and that's an advantage to them. But it's not about taking Ruto head-on. You must also persuade Kenyans that if we remove Ruto today, we can do this differently. For example, on the issue of abductions, this is what we will do. On the issue of corruption, this is what we will do. You can only do that through proper communication. Do you know why William Ruto won in the last election, apart from rigging? Because, you know, as much as he might have won, he might have rigged himself, but perceptionally, William Ruto also had people. Why? Because of proper communication. Uhuru Kenyatta won through proper communication. So communication is normally very, very important. Communicate things which resonate with Kenyans. I normally see Wamalwa talk about Raila, right? Every time they address a media, Eugene Wamalwa talks about who? Raila. Raila might not be running. So if Raila is also on the ballot and Raila is supporting Ruto and you attack Raila, how is that helping? You see, the reason why Rigathi Gachagua is winning the support of the opposition on the other side is because for him, he has identified William Ruto as the enemy and is dealing with William Ruto directly. That's where communications comes in. Because today you start attacking Raila, then the next day you attack someone else, the next day you attack someone else, then William Ruto and his strategy will decide, okay, let us now shield the president. So William Ruto will not be talking, will not be doing any other thing, so we will not even be finding fault on him. So you need a proper communication. That can only happen if you have a good team. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, this is Makwiny. But before we sign out, let me know whether a united opposition in Kenya can actually defeat Ruto in 2027. Bye-bye.